my name is Liza, and welcome back to your meditative messages through the art of the Tarot. For today, I wanted to focus the reading all on abundance. And what is it that you need to really transform into your most abundant self? What does that mean for you? Especially, I ask this question a lot. What does abundance mean to you? And this is a tarot card reading that can help you get very clear on that. So I just want to quickly go ahead, and if you see me look off, it's because I'm looking at a monitor. We have a super cool setup. So thank you to my hubby Pedro behind the camera for setting this up for me. All right, so with that, we have card number 1 right over here, card number 2, and card number 3. You can pick these cards. I will link the time code down below in the description box, and just sit back, relax, and enjoy your message. Welcome, group number 1, to your tarot card readings. So we have this gorgeous tiger's eye right here. Tiger's eye is usually used for the stone of protection. It's a stone of grounding. It's associated in yoga philosophy or new age philosophy with root chakra, and it's this gorgeous egg. So maybe you're in the midst of creating something, group number 1, but let's go ahead and see what we have for your first card. We have the Muse of Emotions. So Muse of Emotions is that tarot card in which it's all about tuning on in to a creative, nurturing energy when it comes to yourself, when it comes to others, a healer, a therapist, a yogi. The Muse of Emotion leads, but it does it in a way where they take care of themselves, they take care of others. The Muse of Emotion also in this deck also stands for the King of Emotions or King of Cups, very grounded individual, understanding their emotions as well as their leadership capabilities when it comes to creativity. Let's go ahead and pull a couple of more cards. Okay, we have Cups again, or Emotions again. Ace of Cups for you. I see in the Ace of Cups, new beginnings. Again, something with emotional balance. Emotional balance, emotional freedom, love, self-love, things like that. Okay, overwhelm and heartbreak. Okay, if you feel like you have been, and I think we all have been there, a bit jaded, a bit overwhelmed, a bit heartbroken, especially when it comes to your abundance mentality. Abundance is found for you, group number 1, in the new beginnings of your, I want to say of your, not only of your leadership capability, but it's also in the new beginnings of how you take care of yourself and your self-care, how you lead yourself, how you lead others in an emotionally grounding way. I also want to play around and see what else we have. Yeah, there's a lot of new love. Love is really what leads you in a sense of abundance, group number 1. Whether you're healing from heartbreak or when you start to feel jaded and get overwhelmed, it's the love in your life, the people in your life, the relationships in your life that make you feel abundant, that make you feel grounded in your abundance. And it's a time to say your truth. I sense from group number 1, and this is very specific, where if you felt overwhelmed or emotionally taken advantage of in the past, what makes you feel abundant is taking care of yourself, honoring your truth, and the new beginnings. It's almost like you feel abundant when you invite the inner springtime into your world. You invite the essence of newness, of truth, and emotional balance, speaking your truth in an emotionally grounded way. And in the Four of Voices reversed, I sense that it's almost like you don't want to rest. The Four of Voices is all about taking time to rest. But in reverse, I'm sensing it's like, no, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to embrace this new side. I'm ready to see myself in this way in which I'm ready to set intentions. I'm ready to set my goals. This is such an interesting group. Group number 1. Staring at this for just a moment. Yeah. This is not a time for you to rest. This is actually a time for you to get motivated. This is a time for you to embrace this new energy of new beginnings. The more you put into your own cup, group number 1, the more you will be able to give and feel in alignment and feel in abundance. Release things that overwhelm you, release things that give you heartbreak, because those things are just going to drain from your cup. But when you are emotionally balanced and you're surrounded by love internally, externally, and you embrace these new beginnings, and you really just find solace in that, that is how you will feel amazingly abundant and within your power. Let's go ahead and pull. Ooh, this animal spirit jumped out at me. So we have here the badger spirit. Be fearless, be bold. Be fearless, be bold, group number 1. Don't let fears and doubts overwhelm you from living an abundant life, from living fully. Know that you are worthy of all that you create, all that you do, all that you are. If there were times where you doubted how worthy you were of abundance, if you doubted the love that you are worthy of, it's almost like saying, don't even fear that. Be bold within the badger spirit. Know that you are worthy of these things. Know that you are worthy of all that you do and all that you create and who you are. Keep taking care of your emotional health, group number 1. Let's get one more card. Let me move everything up so they look a little bit more organized. Creating heaven on earth, it's happening. Trust that it is happening. Whatever you are creating, group number 1, whatever you are creating, whatever you are doing for yourself, you're creating that heaven on earth through your emotional balance, through taking care of yourself emotionally, taking care of your mental health, taking care of your needs, saying no when you need to, saying yes when you need to. And then also that will give you so much energy and inspiration for the things you want to do, for the things you wish to create. I always find that when you start to say no to things and start to say yes to things that really serve you and fill your cup, it's like money flows, energy flows. You have more energy for work. You have more energy to be a better employee. You have more energy to be a better boss. You show up in a healthier way. So know that in these cards, group number 1, I would say the best thing for you is to really lead yourself with emotional balance. Lead yourself in a sense of, I take care of myself, I fill my own cup, I put my oxygen mask on first, and then the rest flows. Abundance comes to me when I am emotionally balanced is a good affirmation for you to meditate on, group number 1. So that, I would say, is your meditative message. Really focus on being fearless and anything that drains you emotionally. Doubts, fears, other people, stressors, let that go, because that's not going to serve your abundant self. Your abundant self is very grounded and emotionally balanced and taking care of themselves. So I hope that served you, group number 1, and I will see you next time. Hey there, group number 2, and welcome to your reading on how to step into your most abundant self. So let's go ahead, put this to the side. What's the card we have? Ooh, Awakening. You are already awakening to your most abundant self, group number 2, or stepping into a period of awakening. This card also represents in the Tarot the World card. This is the World card. You have the world at your feet, or the world is your oyster in a sense, or feeling like you can step into this almost awakening process is what's going to help you really dive on in to abundance. So let's pull a couple of more cards to get clearer on this message. Balance, okay, and strength. You're getting major arcana cards. So that's very, very interesting. It's almost like these things in your life that are happening. When it comes to abundance, allow evolution to be a part of your journey. Have the strength and the balance, be able to balance both. It's almost like when you are doing things that allow you to feel strong, when you're doing things that allow you to feel balance, and when you step into this period of awakening, which I believe you already are group number 2, it's almost like you're on the path to that abundance mentality wherever you're at. It's like you're meant to be here. Don't worry, don't judge it. Don't think, am I too far behind? Because that is the path, or this is the path you need on to awaken and really fully recognize your potential in abundance. Success and going the distance. And new beginnings with your truth. I wouldn't be surprised if you're a public speaker, group number 2. Something about public speaking or showing up or being that leader, being that strong person, but leaning on your strengths and embracing the inner awakening, embracing the inner evolution is what's also going to help you really step up into your abundance. In the Chariot, I see you really going for things, not hesitating, but allowing yourself to celebrate even the smallest of successes while you keep going. Don't give up on whatever you're doing, because that's another thing I'm hearing. It's like, if you're thinking about giving up on something, don't give up. Keep going because you're on the right path. It's just about finding balance and really digging your heels in and finding that inner strength, knowing that this is a new journey. And being honest with yourself in things you have to work on doesn't mean that you are failing at something, or doesn't mean that you're not doing the best you can do. Last card, just out of curiosity. Oh, the Hermit going on this beautiful, you are going on a beautiful journey. Group number 2. You are going on a gorgeous journey. You're soul searching. You're okay with being alone. You're diving on deep into what it is that you need. And if you're getting this message and you're like, but I'm not, I haven't gone on that yoga retreat, or I'm not going down that spiritual awakening, I wouldn't be surprised if you will soon, or the cards are telling you that's what you need right now. You need to go on a path of really diving into yourself and stepping into the spirit or your own spirit realm. And that, I see spiritual abundance for you. Group number 2. It's so funny because group number 1 was all about emotional abundance. This is more about this spiritual strength that you have, this spiritual energy that you can lean on. Let's go ahead. And dive on in to an oracle card. Tend to the small things. Ooh, I accidentally pulled 2 cards, so you are getting 2 cards. So I see with giraffe spirit, see the big picture, but the mouse spirit is tend to the small things. Well, that must mean something to someone out there. See the big picture, but tend to the small things. Whew. That's a message if I haven't seen one. So really take a hold of that, group number 2. What is the bigger picture? You know, I hear constantly, we are the macrocosm, or we are the microcosm within the macrocosm of the universe. So it's like, yes, we are this small, tiny little animal in the midst of this universe, right? This tiny little being who's tending to the small things, tending to the simple small things. But see the big picture. And you have that balance, which is temperance. So it's almost like you're balancing. I would say group number 2, yes, there is this whole universe that you are a part of, begging for you to really step on into that power of spiritual awakening and abundance. But while you're on this, there's a big picture. There's also balancing the reality that, yes, there are the smaller things. You live on this planet with other people, and there's bills, and there's rent, and there's mortgages, and there's all these things. But there's still a bigger thing, out there. So as you tend to the small things, know that you are part of something way bigger. That's what I'm seeing with these two cards. And I love that they appeared together, the giraffe and the mouse. I mean, and with the temperance card, that's all about balance, 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 baby. Balancing those perspectives, balancing you are this beautiful spiritual being in a very human experience. You are the microcosm and a macrocosm, balancing those two. Let's pull this card. Helpers in subtle realms, divine orchestration. So this is all about really leaning on into the idea that you will receive divine help, leaning on into the energy that you have guardian angels, you have people who care about you, you have people that you can trust. They're helpers in the subtle realm. There's almost like this divine orchestration. Again, this is a very spiritual path, group number 2. Very spiritual path. You will find abundance in your spiritual path, your spiritual awakening. Journal, meditate, yoga, go on that yoga retreat, do that ayahuasca ceremony, collect those crystals, keep playing around with these tarot card, or I should say diving on into the art of the tarot. But you will find within this almost divine orchestration your power of abundance. It's almost just allowing yourself to really step into that spiritual awakening and going on the journey. Last card for group number 2, because I'm loving this reading. Oh, the star. If you feel jaded, if you feel hopeless, if you feel like you got this message and you're like, yeah, okay, a spiritual awakening, yoga retreat. This is your message to have hope, to stop thinking that all is doom and gloom and you're not enough and I don't feel connected to anyone or anything and I just feel like I'm having an existential crisis and I pay taxes and then I die. This is saying, no, you are a part of something way bigger. Do not lose hope. That is where you will find your abundance. And knowing that you are a very powerful spirit on this planet, that you are meant to be here for a purpose, you are meant to be here for a reason. And see the big picture while you are tending to the smaller things. And if you're always that person that's always in the spiritual realm, and you're like, I love this, tend to the small things. Don't get so jaded and frustrated over it either. Know that you need both in order to seek a happy, balanced, abundant life. So there's your message, group number 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Hey there, group number 3. This is your reading on how to step into your most abundant self. So let's go ahead. We'll put this to the side with my little crystal grid, and let's see what card we received. Okay. Feelings that disaster may have struck and you have been stabbed in the back and in the center and in the gut and everywhere, and that things just aren't going your way, group number 3, is okay, is almost part of the process. It means you're living. It means you're normal. Things don't always go our way. And I wish it always went your way. I wish it was always rainbows and sunshines. But there are times where the universe will test us and challenge us and ask us, what are you truly made of? And I see in this card that it may be those times for you where that is your calling to really be abundant, to really step into your power of, I have enough, I know I'm enough, I know I can do this. Let's go ahead and see. We'll play around with these cards now. The Queen of Swords in reverse and the Ace of Coins. So if you feel that sometimes you can't really fully be honest with yourself or with others, group number 3, it says that in order for you to begin a new path of abundance, you have to start really being honest with others and honest with yourself. It's weird. I get an energy from this where you know what you're supposed to do, who you are, what you're meant to budget out, who you're meant to surround yourself with, to begin that new journey of abundance. But it's almost like there's this resistance to really being honest. There's this fear. Why? Group number 3. Why? Let's play with this one. The Queen. Are you afraid of stepping into your power? Are you a little afraid of success, group number 3? Because all of a sudden you got the Queen of Pentacles. Are you not being honest with how much you want to make? Or do you have trauma over people maybe being jealous and taking it out on you? Because that's not your fault. That ain't your fault. That's other people's issues, not yours. But you are naturally abundant, and you will be going on this beautiful journey if you aren't already on this journey of abundance. So many cards are calling to me. We have the Knight of Materials, which shows you really have to work for it, group number 3. And the Knight of Voices. Yeah, there's this energy of hesitation. There's this energy of, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to go for it? It's almost like you're afraid of success. Or you don't want to be honest with yourself of how successful you can actually be. My favorite abundance advice is from a beautiful, inspiring person and public speaker, Lisa Nichols, who says that her clients come in and they're like, I want to make $1 million. And she says, well, why not 2 million? And they get shook. They get so scared. They're like, oh my gosh, like, whoa, I just want to focus on $1 million. Like 2 million is just a little bit too much for me right now. And she always poses the question, why is it so difficult for you to dream bigger than your actual big dreams? And this is what I'm getting the energy from you, group number 3. It's this energy of, hey, don't be afraid to dream too big. You have that power within you. Queen of Materials is this beautiful, very entrepreneurial, nurturing, abundant person, abundant queen, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Materials, especially physical materials, money, things, experiences, vacation, things that are really tangible. But in the Knight of Materials is usually this hardworking go-getter, especially with the Knight of Voices. It's almost like calling to you, like, don't resist that desire to go after the things that you know are beautiful business adventures and ventures. Don't be afraid to go after the things that really make you feel like you're stepping into that power of abundance. Because things are going to happen. Mistakes are going to be made. It's going to be trial and error at times, but that's what makes you better. That's what makes you more grounded. Yeah, not listening to the intuition. Let me just flip the cards. With everything in reverse. Okay. So we have the High Priestess in reverse. We have the 10 of Inspiration or 10 of Wands in reverse as well. Why are you doubting? Why are you doubting? It's almost like you're resisting the feeling of it being too hard. Don't doubt yourself, group number 3. The High Priestess is all about, thinking outside of the box and being intuitive and one with this almost spiritual higher realm. It's a very witchy card. And I sense within it that with the reading and all, I was already saying, hey, don't doubt yourself, go for it. Because there's almost this resistance to, I don't want it to be so hard. I know what I have to do to get there. I just don't want to make the sacrifices I may have to make in order to get there. I don't want it to be so hard. There will be tough moments, group number 3, but that doesn't mean that's the whole experience. And it's those tough moments, like I said in the beginning, that make it so worth it. I don't know how else to sprinkle more. Yes, but this Scarab Beetle Spirit. I love this card, especially because you got it with the High Priestess. You have this magic. Magic works through you, group number 3. You have this innate magic of abundance naturally within you. Naturally. You don't have to try so hard. But you do have to try hard to get out of your own way. That is what I'm seeing. You have to try hard to get out of your own way. because there is this energy of, should I step in? What if? The narratives that maybe tainted our abundance mentality that we all have. What if, I lose friends? Or what if my partner doesn't love me the same way? Or what if I'm looked at differently? Or what if I become this different person? The magic of abundance works through you, group number 3. You are that person. You are abundant. This is your life. You don't need, money doesn't change you. It's just an energy. You are the energy that does what they wish with the tangible, physical, material elements. But in terms of abundance, it's not like it's coming in. It's more like with this reading, it's a reminder that it's coming out. It's pouring out of you. So for some inspiration, divine orchestration, empaths, connect with nature. Know that you are divinely guided, group number 3. Know that it's normal to get overwhelmed. It's normal to feel sensitive. It's normal to feel a bit jaded at times and get influenced by the outside world. But you are not the outside world. You are you. Priestess. All right. If you are a healer, a mystic, a witchy person, part of your abundance path is stepping into your magic, whatever that means for you. Stepping into that magic, stepping into that power, the power to make things happen, the power to manifest, the power to weave your dreams into reality. That is how you step into abundance. It's going to be an internal chess game, group number 3, but you are ready for it because you are quite powerful. You wouldn't be getting these cards otherwise. You got the Queen of Materials, you got the Priestess, and it's almost like this resistance, this fear of like, oh, I don't know, I know what I have to do, I know what I want to do, I know what I have within me, I know I have that power, I know I'm destined for more, I know this. It's all about taking the leap of faith and stepping on in. So group number 3, that is your message. You are abundant naturally. Not only that, you have a magic to manifest. You have the power to manifest whatever it is that calls to you. Step into it. Step into it. Don't resist. Know that this is where you are meant to be on this journey. And know that you're magic, group number 3. So with that is your reading. I hope that it served you. And I'll see you next time, group number 3. Sending you love. Bye.